Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're going through the patch notes for July 12th. The new update for Worldslayer has finally arrived, and this one is a little bit confusing to say the least considering everything that we've been seeing inside of the game, but we have got the first input for the patch notes update. We know that we have got a very large update happening later on this month, which I am really excited for. It'd be interesting to see what they bring to the fold. But for now, we're going to jump into the latest patch notes. The Archon has been busy with another awesome article that he's posted up regarding everything that has changed, and I want to know what your guys' opinions are to these changes down in the comment section below. So with that being said, if you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on, and let's dive into the Worldslayer patch notes. Now, before we dive into it, they have to push out, and this is a definite update to the Stadia side of things, although I'm not sure we've got many players over there. But if you are a Stadia player, the patch is currently with the Google team for final certification and will be published as it's reviewed. However, there is so many things we've got to go through today, and as you can see on screen, we have got the improved Tarrier Gratar reward structure, changes to the Technomancer armor sets. That's a confusing one for me personally, but anywho, we've got a bunch of bug fixes as well, so we're going to break these down for you guys, starting off with the changes to Tarrier Gratar. Now, we do know that there has been a bit of an update with the following trove areas: the Cliffside Path, Daughter's Sanctuary, and the Arboretum. This is a very good one, mainly because we've just founded the whole farm with the Arboretum, which is going to give you guys a shed ton of XP. Not only that now, but we've now got some better Apocalypse Legendary RNG drops inside of there also. So more reason to go into that. If you don't know anything about it, the link to is in the description for that video that we uploaded earlier today. Also, while we take a look at it, the guaranteed drop will correspond to the targeted loot option for the respective trove, which it wasn't doing before, but we now have that. So if you guys are looking for specific legendary armor sets, it's now the best way to go into those troves and look for the pieces just there. Really helps fine-tune the bits that you are looking for. And they are reducing the final Arbitr's Apocalypse Legendary drop rate by the legendary of choice. Reward will appear after defeating the Arbiter remaining unaffected. Now, they've also got the reducing of helmet drop rate for the final Arbiter, which I am so bloody happy about. That thing used to obliterate my stash. So now he will now be more likely to drop gear that isn't a helmet than before. Thank God. I really hope that's made a massive change. If you guys want to see some of the changes in game, we are going to be going live very, very shortly, so you guys can get involved with all this, and we are going to do some runs with you in a live stream, so make sure you stay tuned with hitting the subscribe button and post notifications are on. Let's dive into the rest of this stuff. The explanation behind this is a decent one indeed. These changes will make the trove areas of the game more attractive, while also helping to ensure an overall run-through of the trial becoming more rewarding than before. Essentially, what this does mean is where you had a minimum of 6 Apocalypse legendaries that you can obtain beforehand, we're now in a part where we can get a minimum of 9 Apocalypse legendaries as long as you run every single room within Tarrier Gratar. So it gives you a bit more reason to jump into those side rooms and do the ones that you maybe wasn't doing beforehand. This is a very, very good move for me personally, because I'm getting really bored of the end boss, so moving into some of the other sectors will definitely give a bit of a difference. Now, they do state that a code-based solution to this exploit would take a very long time to develop, as the only viable way of closing it would be to rewrite the entire way saves game. Now, essentially what they're talking about here is regards to the whole bug that we've got where we can just rinse and repeat the end boss, which was obviously why they initialized the changes to Tarrier Gratar to begin with, because, well, who wants to just do the end boss? It's not the way the game was meant to be played. It's not enjoyable upon any stretch of the imagination, and it is just grindy as hell. Whereas now we can do other bits and bobs, we can fine tune and we can get the legendaries we're looking for, as well as being able to have a little bit of fun in some of the other rooms. Now, moving on to the gear changes. This is the one that confused me the most, mainly because we've only focused on the Technomancer, and there is definitely some big broken bits inside of this game with regards to the Devastator and also the Pyromancer right now. And I believe even the Trickster. I've not really dabbled into it, but I've heard quite a lot of things about it. Anyway, there are changes to the Torrential Downpour set. They have changed the Skill Life Leech attribute on the helmets and the upper armor and changed them to Status Power. So essentially, you've now got Status Power instead of the Skill Life Leech. And we've also got the lower armor set cooldown reduction also changed to status power. There were some more for the Grim Inventor, such as the skill life leech and both of those, and the cooldown reduction are both all changed to status power again. And the Plague Sours set has had all of its pieces changed its close range damage attribute to long range damage. Now this was something that was meant to be a part of World Slayer's launch build, but they've now been implemented as previously intended. They are not a reaction of any of the balancing source, and they were not observed as that kind. They've just essentially been put in when they were meant to be in launch but weren't quite ready, so they've now put those through. A full balancing pass is intended for a later patch, which we are expected to see at a later date this month, around the end of the month. I'd speculate maybe even like the 27th or something like that. I think we're talking 27th, 28th before we hear anything on that, so we'll see where that's going, and it's going to be exciting. They've also had some bug fixes where they have changed a bug that could cause the Rishkagal to stop fighting during her boss battle. They fixed a couple of bugs that would cause the Arbiter to be instantly killed by the Tribute Umbral clone if the player was using certain armor mods in combination with Venator's knife and the shield bar set. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. That's actually really interesting. Kind of wish I'd have seen that one. And they've also changed some bugs to improve the technical performance. As an overall, quite a short patch, but a very, very well heard of one by the looks of things. There are some really good details and stuff, as people are really excited about this. And actually, I think this is the best form that the game has ever been in. A lot of Technomancers are excited about the status power change, and I think that the Arkans really put this across quite well. So a massive round of applause to Square Enix, PCF, and the Arkan for drawing up this article. It's really well done. It's really finalized and pinpointed, just as we said in the last video, and this one has really addressed quite a few of the issues that a lot of people were seeing with the Trials of Tariq. For me, there is still a lot more to do, and we are still at the base of these changes. The end of the month is going to bring an absolutely massive one, and I think that this is going to be something which we are all going to be really excited for, as we're seeing a lot of things such as the stash increase. So we're going to see a load more room in the stash, and we're also going to see the ability of lockable items. There has been rumors around with the whole loadout manager, although as far as I'm concerned, that is just a rumor, and there has been some slight talks in that sort of stuff, but we'll have to see what it does bring later on this month. But for now, that is all we've got time for, and I'm really excited to dive on in. So if you want to dive in with me, we're going to be live later on in about the next hour or two, just to go live and see what we can bash through Tariq and see what we can drop inside of the new patch. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate all of your faces. Thank you for all the love inside of Outriders right now, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.